Hey,
Welcome. My name is Lobstermagnet. I'm with my buddy here, Gorogregoro, and we are here to discuss Berserk 2017, Episode 5. As a great man once said, in this world is the destiny of mankind controlled by
didn't you
some.
do that in the last one?
I'm doing it in everyone. It's a thing.
You want to do it
It's
every
a
single.
thing. A consistent thing.
Why don't we just
In this world is
should
the
do some
destiny
editing and
of
put it in the clip?
mankind controlled by some transcendental entity or law. Is it like the hand of God?
Hovering above,
At least it is that man has no control,
even over his own will.
All right, so let's get into the episode.
Alright.
Um,
So,
so this is the big info dump. This is where we finally get to see Shirk and her mentor Fior, and we get to learn about mages in the world of Berserk, who have this wonderful sort of like pagan, multi-deity faith where just everything is on an astral realm, and it's like a huge info dump in terms of how things work. And I always love this information. Greg, how did you like seeing this stuff animated?
uh, yeah, it was pretty good. The info dumps are good. She, Shirky's, what's her name again? The Master,
I
the
think it's
Master Witch,
Fiora.
Fiora. Well, yeah, whatever her name is, Fiora. She's like a very high top tier character in terms of like knowledge about the universe in Berserk. So it's like a real good treat in terms of information about what the hell's going on
Well,
in the
we get
series.
like we learn that the Berserk universe operates on three realms. There's like the physical realm, there's the spirit realm, and then there's the realm of ideas, which is like so far beyond the realm of comprehension. It is where only the Lovecraftian monstrosities that are the God Hand exist. And of course, Guts is like, "Hey, tell me how I can use the Bayonet so I can control the God Hand." And she's like, "It doesn't work like that. It's not something I can teach. It's not something I can do. This is the intrinsic fabric of space time. Whoever gets that behelit, God, can you imagine if like Guts becomes an apostle?
I mean, he might want to be at some point. Like, maybe this whole series is leading up to it, where it's like he develops all this like companionship, and then he becomes the one to sacrifice his friends, all his
Oh my
friends, just for the
God,
sake of revenge.
yeah, that would be fucked up if like that's what like he's building it up because they've had that behelit for like a long time.
I know.
You wonder if he's like going to some other side character, but what if it's Guts's and he has to like choose between he's like on death's doorstep and he can like kill Femto, but the only way to like equal Griffith's power is with becoming like an apostle, and he has to sacrifice his companions. God,
Yeah,
that would be so heartbreaking.
that'd be pretty crazy if that ever
That'd be
happened.
so fucked up. Oh man. Oh man. I mean, I kind of don't want that to happen, but now I kind of do.
I guess it makes you think, does it?
I don't know. I don't think like ultimately Guts should get revenge on Griffith. Like, I feel like a more like you remember Afro Samurai?
Yeah, where he's trying to get revenge for his father's death.
Yeah. Afro Samurai is an interesting beast where I think it almost could have been brilliant if it had made one creative choice.
Hmm.
If Afro Samurai just said fuck it and never got revenge against the guy who killed his father, I think it would have been like a genius series. But because he did like the thing we all expected,
Hmm.
because like every little thing in that series was like building up to one message. Every little episode he like finds some like old compatriot or new friend, and he winds up killing them because for the sake of his revenge. And
Yep.
like literally, Ninja was like this representation of like his id, the id manifest in the world. He winds up taking a hit for Afro. He literally kills his id because Ninja never talks to anyone. So as far as we know, he doesn't exist to anyone except for Afro. And he literally kills a part of himself on his quest for revenge, only just to kill a guy who's like, "Yeah, I didn't care about your dad. Your dad agreed to this stupid headband game, headband system. It's nothing personal." And Afro should have been like, used peace, and then should have been like, made it beyond, and then that would have made it a much more mature and complex series. But no, of course, Afro's got to kill the guy, which is stupid.
I
Maybe.
mean, the whole. I mean, this is like an entirely different conversation to Berserk, but
I'll bring it back to Berserk, but I was about to like maybe the whole thing is like Guts learning that like Casca's well being is more important than his revenge for Griffith, and that's sort of what his arc is right now.
yeah,
So
but Afro Samurai never really had anything else to protect. I mean,
yeah,
maybe
that's true. He doesn't have anyone else that's like important. He's got that friend who becomes like a cyborg bear or some shit, but he didn't give a shit about him.
yeah, and it becomes like an endless cycle of revenge, and he's just like the cyborg bear guy trying to kill him now and shit.
Yeah, yeah, and the whole series is like revenge is pointless, and Guts is kind of learning that he'd rather calm the beast within and protect and care for Casca, as opposed to getting revenge on Griffith has become like something that he's kind of given up on. That's like not his main goal. He's
Uh,
grown wiser. He has gray hair, and this is like what we're starting seeing in the beginning. Throughout this arc that we're seeing in the anime.
hmm.
And the ultimately question is like that's speculation for much later though. Like, will he like continue? Will he have an opportunity? Will he have the ability to get revenge? Do we want him to see get revenge on Griffith? Will Griffith somehow die through some other means of his own ambition and hubris? We'll just have to wait and see. But this episode formed a great part of it since we got a much greater understanding of how the universe and all the magical shit in Berserk works. And I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. Uh, the introduction to like the
Oh yeah,
elementals and the weapons.
it was funny. Like I felt like everything in the animation was kind of like a cut above like what we normally get in the series. When she was like giving out the weapons, I was like,
That's
ooh,
because it was animated 2D.
was it
Most of
was
it.
yeah. And then the villagers was like 3D, and they were kind of look lame. Like
They
like
switch back and forth between 3D and 2D animation.
yeah, it is kind of weird. I wonder what the production cycle is, but I loved everything with the weapons and like, ooh, well, these are all the items and the spirits, and ooh, this is so great. This feels like high level D&D stuff.
Yeah, it does feel like a D&D campaign. Like, here are your new weapons, and you're gonna
Yeah,
fight the big bad trolls now.
it's like a kind of badass. Oh, I'm gonna give you these things. I'm gonna be super helpful. I
And
forgot that they have to go through all the trolls. Maybe that'll be the end of the series. Is like, well, the Berserk armor's in the theme song, so I think that would be a good place to end it, where Guts gets the Berserk armor.
I think there's gonna be the confrontation with the crystal dragon guy, and then after that, maybe maybe it'll be the end of the season.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's either 12 or 24 episodes. We'll have to wait and see how long it is. Because I don't know how much it is has been announced yet. But it was a good. Hopefully it'll be enough to get that far. I think that would be a good ending, bittersweet ending. He gets the Berserker armor. They get away just by the skin of their teeth, and the mage gets a final send off as she like goes into this like fiery phoenix form to hold off the apostles.
Yeah. I guess another thing I wanted to mention, like, I think the rest of this season is gonna get pretty graphic. I remember the troll arc being
Oh yeah, yeah. Troll
particularly
Ground
graphic.
so fucking fucked up. They like, take the women, they rape the women, and then they have little troll babies like xenomorph burst out of their bellies. It was super graphic. I'm curious to see how they handle that. And since their solution to boobs has been like, oh, let's put on nipples. That for some, I guess that's okay on Japanese
You,
television.
like, remove the nipples from breasts and stuff.
I wonder though. There's
In
supposedly
terms of
like
like showing that.
an uncensored DVD and the Blu-ray. I was like watching this video like 2 minutes ago about like
Mhm.
the uncensored versus whatchamacallit, censored Berserk DVD, and
Mhm.
I'm curious if like the uncensored one has nipples or not.
I
You
mean,
know,
it
do
must be.
they just like put all the take off all the nipples for the DVD, or are they just for like broadcast that like in the Berserk universe nobody has nipples?
No, it's true. Nobody has nipples in the Berserk universe. I guess it's technically so
Women.
they can show nudity, but
We've seen Guts without his shirt on. I mean, did he have nipples? They gave him nipples, right?
I don't think so. I don't
No.
think I don't think there's any nipples. I don't think nipples exist in Berserk universe,
Oh
Isaac.
my god! This is an aberrant universe. Forget the apostles. Forget the delude of monstrosities and horrors and Lovecraftian astral beings. The fact that humans exist in a world without nipples is terrifying. The Berzerk universe is just ours. Just one difference that where they all evolved without nipples that is deviated the course of human history and evolution. That is the true nature of the God Hand. That is the true nature of causality. They orchestrated that no one should have nipples within this universe.
And speaking of causality, we get to see the Skull Knight guy at the end. Maybe that was his plan all along, to remove nipples from the Berzerk universe.
That would be like an anime exclusive thing, that we learn that the Skull Knight is actually behind all of the nipple ripping. And that, like, oh my god, I see it now. I see it now. This is the story of
He's trying to make a sword out of nipples.
He's
slowly forming a sword out of nipples.
Follow my logic. The nipple sword is good, but what I think he did is, I think, in ancient times, it's supposedly been implied that the Skull Knight was like this ancient king something or another, and he came into conflict with the God Hand, and they destroyed his kingdom, and now he's in this crusade to try and take down the God Hand, right?
Okay.
Maybe they fought over nipples. He was like, mankind should be allowed to have their nipples. And the God Hand came like, no nipples. No nipples for anyone. We're taking them away. And he's like, no, I love nipples. Nipples are the best. And then an apocalyptic war over nipples destroyed his kingdom. So the Skull Knight is fighting for the nipple rights. That is the true purpose of the Berzerk anime universe.
Oh my god, if Scott ever sees this conversation, he's gonna roll his eyes to the back of his fucking skull.
It's such a dumb conversation. This is like comic writing 101. This is like what they teach you at UCB, where you just take some absurd thing and follow it to its logical conclusion.
Yeah, I mean, just look at a lot of Japanese manga and anime, I guess.
The true nature is all about these nipples that do not exist.
Okay.
But anyway, aside from the weird fixation on the nipple rant, it was a pretty good episode. I think I'd say 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I was pleased.
I was more pleased with the fact that they didn't have too much CG, too much 3D in there. Like, they had a lot of scenes in 2D, which really helped it out. I would give it an 8 out of 10 too.
Yeah, it was a really good episode. I was pleased that it was handled delicately with care on the exposition. It was a good one. I think we're lucky. I think a new episode just came out today, so we'll watch the most recent episode of Berzerk, and then we will be up to date. We will be caught up.
Oh right! Oh my God! So many anime. We did a good job today. We made it. Well, we're never gonna watch them all, Greg. Like I don't know. Even if we were doing this 24/7, I don't think we could do like every single episode of every single fucking anime ever. No, but just for Berzerk, I mean, this is like. Yeah.
This is good. I'm enjoying today. Today's been a fun day. Hopefully, the universe will reward us with lots of views. But yeah, like, subscribe, do all the fun shit. We had a good time talking about nipples. We got a mythology of Berzerk and our infinitesimal, insignificant places in the universe as we struggle to find meaning and fight against the laws of fate, against a larger astral being that is largely indifferent to our petty struggle, as we dance under the realm of karma, being under the idea part that lies at the center of all of our universes, as we struggle within our mortal lifespans. We hope you've had fun, spending your mortal lifespan watching this video, hopefully. And we'll see you in the next one.
All right, next one. See ya.